Hi, this is Steven from Just Got Played, and today I'm going to unbox the second edition or second printing, not sure what I should call it, of Winner's Circle from DiceTree Games. This is an older Reiner Knizia game, but DiceTree made a really good version of it. So we're going to look at the new version, which has a few changes, and we can compare it to this old version as well. So right off the bat, I can tell you that these look basically the same, except for maybe a slightly darker green color here. But if we look on the back, you can see, if you're curious which version you have, the back is clearly different. This one down here says 2016. There's Dr. Knizia himself. And this one down here says 2023. And look, he hasn't aged a day. And instead of emphasizing the metal coins and painted figures, it just has a bigger picture here. Still got the metal coins, still got the painted figures. All right, so let's take a look inside and we'll try to see what's different. Now, one thing about this is Winner's Circle is a reworking of an old game called Royal Turf. This box also contains everything you need to play Royal Turf if you want to play it that way. All right, so right off the bat, we have a rule book. All right, that makes sense. And different languages. All right, so this game is published in Korea. It's available from their store in Korea. That's how I got a copy. It was also available at Essen in 2023. It's coming to, I think, Amazon in Germany, and it's definitely coming to Amazon in the US, although it won't be there till like 2024 or so, last I heard from the publisher. All right, so you got the rule book, the objective, all the different game materials, the setup, playing the game, betting. Yeah, there's a race and you're betting on who's going to win the race, and it is sort of a mean game because what you do is you roll a die and then you move one of the horses. So you don't necessarily have to move a horse you care about. You could move a horse that you don't want to do well, and you can move it in a way such that it doesn't do well. So there you go. There's the Royal Turf variation. All right, there you go. So rule books. Now, this is one of the changes. In the original, I think, face-to-face version of this game, the publisher face-to-face, they had these tiles for the horses. And then, let me grab some of these. When the new DiceTree version came out, they just had cards for the horses. So these are the Royal Turf cards, and these are the regular game cards. So now, in this new version, they've gone back to cardboard tiles, which I think is cool. All right, so this is the Royal Turf version for Red Fox, one of the horses. So there you go. These correspond to the different symbols on the die. There are 3 horse heads on the die, and then one of each of these other symbols. The horseshoe, the saddle, the jockey hat, whatever all those symbols are. And that tells you how far that horse moves when you elect to move that horse with the die roll that you had. These are betting chips down here. These look like they might be a little bit bigger. I'll try to compare those later. But each player, secretly can place bets on horses. So there's a 2, a 1, 1, 0. The old version, there was actually some extra punch outs. So there was a blank in each color, which I used that as a second 0. I thought was fun. Maybe I'm not going to be able to do that here. All right, and then this is, I think you just put this in front of you to designate that I'm this player. That's my color. All right, so there's a bunch of the horses there. Caramello, Earl Grey, Sahara Wind, Red Fox, Albino. Most of these are based on famous horses, I think. Some of the names I actually recognize. Again, these are, thick cardboard. These are nice, thick. All right, and you've got 6 player colors. So we had red and orange. Now we've got yellow and green. And we got the horse Regret and Alsab. These are all names I definitely recognize. I don't remember Exterminator, but maybe Sir Barton, etc. And then here's blue and purple. Okay. And then here's, all right, some just white. All right, well, here's some extra pieces because you know how the punch boards are. You've got one cutter for all the punch boards. So I guess you could make some extra stuff with this, but these don't correspond to the player colors. So couldn't really easily make the fake betting chip out of that like I used before. All right, well, let's have a look at the board. Probably have to make a little bit of space here. It was a pretty large board, if I remember properly. Is it double-sided? No, it's not. Okay. I don't know why it would have been. I just felt I had to check. All right, so here is the board. This is obviously the new second edition. Now here's what the first edition from DiceTree looked like. So there you go. The horse art is different. The colors on this one are a little bit brighter, but there you go. I do kind of like this new board better, I think, just at first glance. So anyway, though, the horses start in these positions and they go around the track and, win, place, or show, pay out different amounts depending on how many people bet on them, etc. Yeah, right. And then there's a thing here for the first horse to get here gets an extra bonus, but that's generally how the game goes. All right, let's take a look at some more pieces. Oh, this is different. In the other version of the game, this is like a a nice sort of plastic indented die. In the other version, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. It was a wooden die. So let's have a look there. Wooden die. Yeah, see, the old one had this interesting rounded edged wooden die. So here's the new version. I mean, it's perfectly serviceable. I actually sort of liked the old die better, but this is a nice chunky die to have. All right, it looks like they've got a pretty intelligently laid out insert. Let's take a look at all the horses. All right, the 4 is not maybe as large as I would want it to be. Oh, there it is on the back of the jockey too. In the earlier face-to-face version of this game, it was sort of hard to tell sometimes which horse was which because some of the colors were pretty close and the sculpts weren't incredibly different. So, yep, there's our 1, our 4. But that was one of the things they fixed with these nice painted horses in this DiceTree version of the game. All right, let's see, 2. All right, here's 2. All right, so this is the second edition. Let me grab the 2 from the first edition. I mean, it's pretty similar. The paint is just sort of different, but all right, cool. I mean, I think this one actually probably looks a little bit nicer, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily anything more serviceable or whatever. All right, here's a 6. They do go, 1 through 7. So, all right, here we got 3, maybe. All right. I would assume any of these horses fit in any of these spaces. I hope so. I don't have to remember which one goes where. All right, and there you go, 7. Pretty nice looking. Let's compare another one of these. Here's the 5. Here's the 5 from the new version, and here's the 5 from the older version. So make your own decision about which one you like there. I think I might actually like the older 5 better this time as opposed to the 2. But, I mean, blind, if you just didn't tell me which one was from which, I wouldn't really probably be able to tell you, and I would be fine with any of them. All right, and so we've got some metal coins, and it looks like we've got, 4 different denominations. That's interesting. I thought the old one had 3, but maybe not. All right, so here's a nice felt bag. Cool. Store all the coins in there if you want, I guess. It seems like that's a pretty decent quality bag. It is a little bit different from the old bag. Material-wise, this is like felt, which is a thinner cloth maybe. But, it's fine. One interesting thing about the old version, and I'll pull out some coins here to show you. All right, so here's some 500 coins. There's the front and back of the 500 coin. I have mine, this game hasn't got a ton of terrible wear or anything, but here's my old version of the game, and it's just sort of like the color is rubbing off a lot of my coins. I mean, they're not all bad, right? Like here's one from the old set, but just being in the bag with the other coins, they're sort of rubbing off at each other. I guess, I don't know, because like I said, I'm moving around a lot, and it's not like I've played the game 100 times. although I really do like the game. All right, let's look at the 200 coins. I don't think the other version had a 200 coin, to be honest. So let's take a look at a 200 coin. All right, there you go. That's what the 200 coins look like. And what else? We got 50 coins here. All right, let's go with the 50s. There was a 50 in the old set, so I can compare those. All right, there's Horsehead and 50. Let me grab some 50s from my old set. Again, I have a couple here that are just sort of worn. There's the 50 and the head. All right, these definitely have more, a raised profile or whatever. I don't know what you call that as far as a coin goes. These are just more of a relief than these have. All right, cool. And we have the 100 coins. All right, cool. And the 100 coins. All right, so this is what the 100 coins look like in the new version, and in the old version they looked like they didn't have any color in the old version. Sort of hard with the lighting there to see because they're so shiny. But there you go. That's what the coins look like, the 100 coins. And again, this is a nice insert. Let me just randomly stick a horse. Yeah, they'll just go anywhere because they all fit in the same space. So that's awesome. Hey, let's peek underneath. I'm sure there's nothing now. Yeah, there's nothing. But there you go. It looks like they've got a space to put everything. Maybe got a space here for, I don't know what that's for. Maybe that's for the 100 marker for the extra value for the person that, for the horse that gets there first. Yeah, looks like that's, I don't know why there's a space for that, but whatever. But yeah, anyway, so there you go. That is the new version of Winner's Circle. Here's the box cover to this one. Now that I got it out of shrink, let's compare. Yeah, that is a deeper green, but otherwise, everything else looks the same. But this is the new version of Winner's Circle. If you have any questions about it, I have played this game quite a bit. I do like this game a lot. So feel free to ask any questions by leaving a comment in the YouTube video, or if you look in the description below, there's a link to our Discord channel. I love discussing board games over there, so feel free to come on over there and ask questions and meet all of us. But until the next time, thanks for joining me.